I remember the sound before I remembered his face that night. The front door slammed hard, uneven footsteps followed, and then a sharp inhale before he spoke. He stood in the doorway of our bedroom, sweat beading at his collarbone, fury blazing in his eyes. "Give me the money," he said. Not asked, demanded. My savings. The money I quietly, patiently accumulated over years. And I looked at the man I once trusted with my life and saw a stranger, molded by loss, lies, and long nights in smoke-filled gambling rooms. But let me start from the beginning, because stories like these don't break overnight. They rot slowly. Back when I still believed in him, we met young enough to think love could fix anything. He was warm, ambitious, full of plans, the kind of man whose smile made it seem like the world already belonged to him. He held my hand as if it were his anchor, told me he couldn't breathe without me. I believed him. Maybe, back then it was true. We built a life together, not extravagant, but stable. I handled the details. He handled the dreams. We were a good team until the dreams started costing money. The first cracks were small. A late-night return, a missed call, a bank withdrawal he couldn't remember making. Then excuses came, breathless, fast. "I'm working on an opportunity, just a little short this month. Temporary. Trust me." Trust. That word began to taste like metal. The truth hit one Sunday afternoon when a man I'd never met came to our door. He smiled kindly. "Your husband owes me $12,000. When will you be paying?" I didn't respond. I just watched my husband's face crumble. The man left. My husband cried. I held him. I thought love meant staying. Sometimes love just means not leaving, yet the spiral began. $12,000 became $20,000. $20,000 became $35,000. By the time it hit $50,000, he wasn't my husband anymore. He was hunger wearing human skin. He gambled hope like it was currency. Every loss fueled another promise. And still, I didn't yell, didn't break, didn't beg. While he chased miracles, I built safety. I separated our accounts, met with a lawyer, documented everything, transferred my savings to a private account under my maiden name. I watched. I waited. I wasn't planning revenge, yet I was preparing for war. The night it broke, when he demanded the money, there was panic in his voice. But when I finally said no, something dark slid over his expression. He grabbed my wrist hard, fingers digging into bone. "Don't make me look like a fool," he growled, as if I hadn't already spent months living with one. He pushed just enough to send a message, not enough to bruise. Calculated, ugly, and I realized something vital. He didn't love me. He loved what I could be used for. So I softened my voice. "Okay," I said, "give me until tomorrow. I'll get the money." His shoulders unclenched. He believed me. He slept beside me that night like nothing had happened. I didn't sleep. I packed a bag, finalized the transfer, emailed the lawyer. I left before the sun rose. The morning after, the house was silent. No coffee, no perfume, no footsteps in the hall. Just absence on the dining table. I left a copy of the legal separation I'd already filed, a record of every transaction he made, proof of the debt in his name only, the police report I filed after he grabbed my wrist, and a note: "You gambled with us. You lost." He called, then texted, then begged. I didn't answer, not because I was cruel, but because the moment he touched me with violence, he ended the story himself. People ask if I regret leaving. No, love doesn't mean drowning with someone who refuses to swim. Love is choosing yourself when no one else will. He thought I walked away from him. I didn't. I walked back to myself. And when I closed that door behind me, I didn't just escape the debt, the lies, the addiction. I escaped a version of me that believed love was something proven through suffering. Never again.